Dresden. Dresden is the capital city of the German state of Saxony and its second most populous city after Leipzig. It is the 12th most populous city of Germany, the 4th largest by area and the 3rd most populous city in the area of former East Germany, after Berlin and Leipzig. Dresden's urban area comprises the towns of Friedel, Pirna, Radebuhl, Meissen, Coswig, Rehburg and Heidenau and has around 790,000 inhabitants. The Dresden metropolitan area has approximately 1.3 per million inhabitants. The Zwinger is a palatial complex with gardens in Dresden. Designed by architect Matthias Daniel Papelmann, it is one of the most important buildings of the Baroque period in Germany. Along with the Frauenkirche, the Zwinger is the most famous architectural monument of Dresden. The name Zwinger goes back to the name used in the Middle Ages for a fortress part between the outer and inner fortress walls, even though the Zwinger no longer had a function corresponding to the name at the start of construction. The Zwinger was built in 1709 as an orangery and garden as well as a representative festival area. Its richly decorated pavilions and the galleries lined with balustrades, figures and vases testify to the splendor during the reign of Augustus the Strong, Elector of Saxony and elected King of Poland. In the original conception of the Elector, the Zwinger was the forecourt of a new castle that would take up the area between it and the Elbe. Therefore, the Zwinger remained undeveloped on the Elbe side. The plans for a new castle were abandoned after the death of Augustus the Strong, and with the departure from the Baroque period, the Zwinger initially lost importance. It was only over a century later that the architect Gottfried Semper completed it with the Semper Gallery towards the Elbe. The Theaterplatz in Dresden is a historic square in the city. It is located in the west of the inner Old Town. The Theaterplatz is the place in front of the Dresden Semperoper, the former court theater. Its name is also derived from this. It is located on Sophie Street between Postplatz and the Augustus Bridge. It borders directly on the slope of the Elbe Arch in front of Dresden's Old Town and is thus elevated above the Elbe. Via the driveway to the Augustusbrück, a broad view over the Elbe and into the Dresdner Heath is possible from Theaterplatz. Major tourist destinations in the Old Town such as Green Vault, New Markt with the Church of Our Lady, Semper Opera House are located in the immediate vicinity or within walking distance. The King John Denkmal statue of the Saxon King John on Dresden's Theaterplatz, which was created by Johannes Schilling from 1882 onwards and unveiled in 1889. In the Baroque tradition, it stands as a point of view at the intersection of the central axes of the Semper Opera House and the Semper Gallery. Bruhl's Terrace is a historic architectural ensemble in Dresden. Nicknamed the Balcony of Europe, the terrace stretches high above the bank of the River Elbe and is located north of the recently rebuilt New Markt Square and the Frauenkirche. The Frauenkirche is a Lutheran church in Dresden. Destroyed during the Allied firebombing of Dresden towards the end of World War II, the church was reconstructed between 1994 and 2005. Dresden Cathedral, or the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, Dresden, previously the Catholic Church of the Royal Court of Saxony, called in German Katholische Hofkirche and since 1980 also known as Cathedrale Sanctissimae Trinitatis, is the Catholic Cathedral of Dresden. Always the most important Catholic church of the city, it was elevated to the status of Cathedral of the Diocese of Dresden-Meißen in 1964. It is located near the Elbe River in the historic center of Dresden. The Fürstenzug in Dresden is a large mural of a mounted procession of the rulers of Saxony. It was originally painted between 1871 and 1876 to celebrate the 800th anniversary of the Wettin dynasty, Saxony's ruling family. In order to make the work weatherproof, it was replaced with approximately 23,000 Meissen porcelain tiles between 1904 and 1907. With a length of 102 meters 335 feet, it is known as the largest porcelain artwork in the world. The mural displays the ancestral portraits of the 35 margraves, electors, dukes and kings of the House of Wettin between 1127 and 1904. The Augustus Bridge is a bridge crossing the River Elbe. The road bridge connects the inner Neustadt in the north with the historic city center to the south. There has been a bridge at the same location since at least the 12th century. Under King Augustus II the Strong of Poland and Saxony, a new sandstone bridge was built with 12 arches between 1727 and 1731. This bridge was replaced by the present, also sandstone, bridge with 9 arches in order to provide a wider opening for river traffic. Dresden Castle, or Royal Palace, is one of the oldest buildings in Dresden. For almost 400 years, it was the residence of the electors and kings of Saxony from the Albertine House of Wedin as well as kings of Poland. It is known for the different architectural styles employed, from Baroque to Neo-Renaissance. Today, the residential castle is a museum complex that contains the historic and new green vault, the numismatic cabinet, the collection of prints, drawings and photographs, and the Dresden Armory with the Turkish chamber. It also houses an art library and the management of the Dresden State art collections. Dresden Castle houses 5 museum sections: the historic Green Vault and the new Green Vault, the numismatic cabinet, the collection of prints, drawings and photographs, and the Dresden Armory with the Turkish chamber and the Renaissance wing. Also accessible is an art library Kunstbibliothek with approximately 260,000 volumes of special literature on art history. The character of the holdings is closely related to the collecting focal points of the museums. The Striezelmarkt in Dresden is one of the first genuine Christmas markets in the world. Founded as a one-day market in 1434. It celebrated its 585th anniversary in 2019. Its 240 stands attract about 3 million visitors from all over the world. The annual market lasts throughout the Advent season until Christmas Eve. popiulation in 1434, under Friedrich II, Elector of Saxony, when it was held the Monday before Christmas on the Altmarkt Square. Originally, it was a one-day market to provide the citizens of Dresden with the sale of meat for the Christmas meal after the traditional Advent period of fasting. In the 21st century, the Striezelmarkt has developed into a huge event with 240 stands. It takes up a large part of Dresden city center and lasts throughout the Advent period until Christmas Eve. The word Striezelmarkt comes from Strudel or Strachel, which was the name of a type of cake sold at the market. It is now widely known as Stollen or Christstollen. Stollen is a light, airy fruitcake that is quite low in sugar, and today is available in many parts of the world. The true Dresden Stollen, however, is produced in the city and distinguished by a special seal depicting Augustus II, Elector of Saxony and King of Poland. The shape of the cake is meant to be reminiscent of the entrance to a mine tunnel, reflecting the area's silver and tin mining history.
Bye.